I love when I meet somebody for the first time and they ask me about my work, and I have the distinct pleasure of telling them that I work for ICAN, which is probably the most incredible job that anyone could ever have. I get to tell them about our unique mission where we train service dogs to be with people living with disabilities and giving those individuals independence. But then the unique thing is we train them in facilities throughout Indiana that for incarcerated individuals, and that people usually take a step back when they hear that, and I love that shock value on their face. But what a great opportunity to share about two individuals needing hope, and they get it through the conduit of a dog.
Define hope. Hope is that light, just a glimmer of a light, whether it's down a long tunnel or right in front of me.
Hope is when you think that there is no life left and you're given another breath. When you feel like you're drowning and all of a sudden you have that burst of oxygen.
Joy. That's what I think when I hear the word hope. Joy. It's to give somebody that, or peace of mind as well. You know, you give somebody peace of mind and let them be able to think, you know, clearly. You give them some hope that maybe they can do something other than what they're doing at that moment.
I've been involved with ICAN for approximately 11 years now, and the value of the program is immeasurable to me. Having done males, females, max, minimum, the presence of the animals makes a huge difference on the population that you're working with. There is a strong correlation between animals and humans and how that affects their psyche.
I trust her to do what she does, and she trusts me to do what I do, to be there, to feed her, to take care of her, to make sure she has what she needs. Not necessarily what she wants, because she wants all her toys all the time, but she can't have them. But we can always give her what she needs, and she gives me what I want. So it develops a trust between her and I. One situation that I can quite really remember was the day that they came and got Nina. It was probably one of the saddest days I've had since I've been in prison, and it was when it came to get her. I had her for 15 months, and I had trained her from 12 weeks. So I became very much attached to her, and I fell in love with her quite a bit. And when it came to take her, I didn't want to let her go. I didn't, and I held on to her, 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 and I waited to the very last minute, you know, and they were like, well, we have to take the dog now. I was like, well, I don't want you to, you know, and it was really, really hard and very, very sad and very depressing that these dogs are meant for somebody else. They're used to help our clients, you know, and it's actually opened my eyes to, you know, the more and more dogs that I train, the more and more clients that I'm helping.
I was introduced to ICAN at Branchville Correctional Facility when I was an offender there, and I was actually hired to be an ICAN handler as an offender. And when I was released, I stayed in contact with Dr. Sally Irvin, and here we are today. I'm Director of Training. I can relate in a lot of ways to what they go through each day, the obstacles they have as ICAN handlers, having a dog in a facility, but not being any better than anybody else. It helps the handlers see that ICAN, as part of their mission statement, to help the individual, the at-risk individual, the offender, become a better person, that it truly is part of their mission statement and that it can work if they put their mind to it. ICAN provides the tools. It's whether you want to use them or not, and I think I can be an example of that.
level 1 and level 2 skills are very similar to what you and I would be doing to train our own pets at home. You know, the basic obedience, sitting and staying, not eating food off the floor, those kinds of things, just good manners. Level 3 and 4 apply to the specific needs of the client that we've identified for that particular service dog. So they may need help with pulling clothes out of a dryer, opening a door, being able to tug socks off of feet. So this is where we're beginning to really hone in the dog's skills to meet the needs of the client so that they can become more independent in everyday living.
I went through a lot of things when I first got here, really unsure, didn't want any responsibility. It's really easy to be about yourself in here, make everything about you and what you need to do, you know, self-preservation to an extreme actually. And so I finished my college, my bachelor's degree, and then I went and worked in the law library, and then I worked in the library, and I was like, okay, I had started to feel the shift. I had started to feel like, okay, I can do more, I can be more, I can give back, I can be responsible, I can work on being selfless, I can do those things. And so I was finally like, okay, I'm ready. I went through the interview process and I was hired as a sitter, and I went to a handler and I got Melody. I was so loved by that dog. She made me know that there was hope for me. I have 39 years left to do, and I have never been loved like that. Just unconditionally, with no boundaries, no limits. I didn't have to do or say or be a certain way with her. She just loved me. That is where it starts for a lot of us, because we are broken, we are damaged, we are hurt. We don't know how to love, we don't know how to receive it. With a lot of us as handlers, it started there, to be able to be loved and to be able to love back the right way, healthy, to know that what you are doing in this program, you are changing someone's life. Not only, you know, in the process of changing someone's life, but you change. There's no possible way that you can be a part of this program and not change.
One of my favorite moments was last summer when Olivia, a little girl who is living with cerebral palsy, came into our world, and daily she needs to use a walker to be able to navigate from place to place. And we partnered her with Allie, this beautiful yellow Labrador who is as sweet and gentle as can be. Together they learned how to use both strengths. And now Allie helps Olivia walk from place to place.
So before we got Allie, life was very stressful, and a lot of what Olivia needed help with was mobility inside the home, getting from room to room, help, you know, getting onto the toilet or turning lights on and off, getting stuff from different rooms and having it brought to her. Just a lot of little things that you don't really think, but once you are doing all of them, it adds up to a whole lot. Olivia has a condition called cerebellar hypoplasia, and her cerebellum is too small for her age, and it affects balance and coordination and gait and motor planning. So she has a lot of difficulty being able to stand and walk by herself, and balance. She tends to fall, and she's always had a walker since about 2 years old, when she started walking kind of with assist. So the day in training when Deb had us put on the vest and remove the walker and say, let's go for it, let's have Olivia walk this, it still gives me goosebumps, because to see that little teeny tiny bit brings tears to my eyes every time. And now I'm gonna cry, but it just showed the future of what could be. and that she could have the freedom to walk without a person or without the walker. And it has been so amazing ever since. In the last 3 weeks, she hasn't had to use her walker in the home at all because she has Allie to help her all around the house and through the rooms. And this is beautiful. This is what we wanted, and it's already happening before we've even really taken her home and really seen what they can do together.
For the first time, when we brought the vest out and put it on Allie, and Olivia held on, and the first step was just incredible because I've always seen her with the walker. And so when she walked, just holding the dog in the vest and Allie doing what she was supposed to do, balancing her and not afraid, it was just, I've never seen anything like that bond. And then the second step and the third step, and it was just overwhelming. And Olivia's smile, she was just like, wow, look what I can do, what I am doing. You know, she can't do that by herself, but now with Allie, she can. My job was done. That's what I wanted her to do, and she was able to do it. You know, with being my first time seeing a dog that I trained to do that, it made me feel like, yes, I can do what you put in, you can get out.
It's important to support ICAN just simply because it's a great program. It's one of the better programs that I've seen since I've been in here. To support ICAN is just supporting my son. Who would ever know if my son one day may need a service dog, or anybody in my family for that matter? We don't know day to day what's going to happen. We definitely don't know what tomorrow's going to bring us. We have no idea. So without the support of people out there, you know, and us in here, you know, there'd be lots and lots of clients that are not able to do what they do with the help of a service dog.
Since 2002, ICAN has been making partnerships happen like the one with Olivia and Allie, and we've been able to do that through the generosity of individuals and private foundations giving us financial support. However, today we are facing a 3-year wait list, and frankly, that is just way too long. So I'm coming to you to ask for your support to help us train more dogs, to be able to bring more hope to individuals living with disabilities in Indiana, and to do it today. I really do believe hope changes everything.